Welcome to today's video. This is a B1 level speaking lesson. Today we're going to be talking about life in the city. So here's some places that you might find in a city. So see if you know the words for each of these places. So a city park, terraced houses. In the United States, we would also call these townhouses or row houses. Here we have a view of the city and then roads and highways. So where do people work and study, and how do they get there? So again, take a look at these pictures, see if you can figure out what the vocabulary words are. So a very tall building is a skyscraper. This is a train station, an office building, a university, and a bus station. And here are some pictures of how people have fun. So look at these, see if you know the words for these activities. To go shopping, attend a cricket match. That's not very common in the United States. It would probably be American football or baseball, um, soccer, um, possibly watch a football match, go to the cinema, or go to a club. All right, and then here's some examples of some cultural things that people might do in the city. So go to a concert, go to the opera house, visit a museum, go to the theater, or visit an art gallery. And here are more things that you might find in the city. A television station, an airport, a radio station. This is an example of a crowded area, so lots of people. We say it's crowded. And here, lots of traffic. All right, going to read this text, and you can pause the video and read on your own, or you can follow along as I read. My name is Logan, and I live with my family in Manchester, a large city to the north of London. Manchester is very crowded. It is a busy city. In the center of Manchester, there is a large bus station. You can take a bus anywhere in the United Kingdom. Near the bus station is the railway station, Piccadilly Station. It is one of the busiest railway stations in England. There are a lot of office buildings in Manchester and also some tall skyscrapers. People come from the suburbs each day by train or by car to work in the offices. There's usually a lot of traffic on the streets, and the traffic always moves slowly during peak hours between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m., and again in the evening. English people like the game of cricket very much. You can watch cricket at the Old Trafford Cricket Ground. People here also like to watch rugby, a game that looks a little bit like American football. People also love to watch football, which many other people around the world call soccer. Manchester has 3 universities. The city also has many radio stations and the famous Granada television station. The city also has an opera house and many famous theaters. Manchester has a large and busy airport. There is also a beautiful old town hall and important museums and art galleries. Young people in Manchester like music very much, and they also like to go to clubs. There are many clubs in Manchester, and they are always busy at the weekend. I love living in this city. There is always something to do, and I never feel bored. I hope you can visit Manchester one day. All right, so now you can practice your speaking and remember to speak aloud. It's also helpful if you have the opportunity to record your voice and then listen to it later. That's a good way to identify any mistakes or pronunciation problems that you might have. So uh, think about and then answer these questions aloud. So, what are the important buildings in your city? How do people enjoy themselves in your city? Is your city famous for something? And where do people work and what jobs do they do? All right, so now if you want to write down your answers to those questions, and then you can practice speaking aloud from the notes you wrote down or recording your voice to listen to later. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.